Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
tell me, oh tell me. Tell me, oh tell me. Tell me, oh tell me. Tell me, oh tell me.
What's your talking to? You ready to go, Jen? Yes. You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Hey, gatekeepers, come on in. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday to everybody. I almost didn't make it in here. I saw the show today, but I really didn't see the show today because I had so much going on. And let me tell y'all, I was asleep. She was asleep because she went to bed real late. You know, and when she go to bed real late, she be getting up real late. She do. You know, it's just weird. Where I still needs my 8 hours. And I'm going to get them one way or the other. So listen. Welcome back into the So What You Think channel. I am Miss Jen, your gatekeeper in chief, because we call ourselves the gatekeepers around here, the original gatekeepers. Don't get twisted up with these other folks trying to, I mean, they was late to the party. I mean, they want to be gatekeepers too. I understand it, you know, it was real catchy and all of that, but we was first. That's it. That's all. But anyway, let me tell y'all something. You know, like I said, technically, I did not really see this episode. I mean, it saw me. I did not really see it, but I did see that Allison was back. Like the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. She's sitting up in there without no shoes on, writing letters, getting them all organized. You know why people with an issue, would they be so organized? I guess they got time to concentrate on that kind of stuff. I don't know. But anyway, I caught some things. I missed some others. I didn't get to see the beginning because y'all know we got preempted. You know, sidebar. Now, I love me some Dolly Parton. God knows I do. I mean, I love Dolly Parton. I do. I thought she was a sweet person, kind. She was wonderful. She just seems like she would have been the most fun person to know and to be around and hang with, you know. But did that mean that we needed to preempt Beyond the Gates to announce that she was gone and do a whole thing, shebang-a-bang about it? You know, a whole, you know, here's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't slick. Y'all breaking the Beyond the Gates for any and everything. You wasn't going to stop and give it another extra 10 minutes on the news today, now was you? But you could break in on the gates. That's how we do. Y'all break in to tell us everything. Food prices high. Gas went down. Y'all break in for anything at 1 o'clock for the gates. I'm not lying. Basketball, baseball, football, festivals, rainstorms. It don't really matter. I'm just saying, but I don't be seeing y'all breaking into your own time on the news to be talking about this stuff. Not do you? But anyway, it seemed like it would be cheaper just for you to tell it on the news. But I'm just saying, I digress. Now, instead of me trying to tell y'all what had happened was, I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna let it roll and see what I remember from what I see. Even though I had did the thing to do my pictures and stuff, but I ain't had time to put no pictures together. I've been gone. When I finally got up, I was gone. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about what had happened was today. Y'all can go on. You ain't gonna spoil nothing for me. Go on and put down in the comments what you want. I'm gonna read y'all comments. Okay. Thank you all for coming over here and hanging out with me. Thank you to my mods. Hello, mods. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Hey, mod squad. And then of course, excuse me. And then of course also we want to take a minute to hey chat. I don't want y'all getting jealous of the replay gang because I could read they look the comments. Don't be acting like that, you know, because y'all comments get read, but replay can't be here, so we have to include them too. Now don't do that, okay? So anyway, let's get to the replay gang comment of the day, and then we're gonna get into what had happened was today. The replay gang comment spotlight. Oh yeah. Unicorn Jim gets our comment of the day today. And she said, Replay Gang, Leslie is too desperate. Malone would have been kicking rocks the last time he tried to show out. Danny needs to snap out of it and let Bill reap what he's sown. I do want Haley to get caught, though. I hope Allison doesn't resurface. She was nuts. Well, you did not get your wish on that one because Allison is back. I know that was the last thing I saw today, her sitting in that shoeless. But she got a phone, though. If they done gave her a box and can you have a sharp object like a pen? When you locked up the way she is, should she be writing with something else like grape juice or something? Because I don't trust her. I don't trust her with a pen, with a pencil, because pen got lead. Pencil got lead in it. I wouldn't let her have that either. She couldn't get that from me either. Excuse me. She had to learn sign language. I would trust her better text messaging somebody because she might hurt somebody with a utensil. I'm just sorry. Anyway, let me go ahead on and see who's down here typing in these comments right quick, and then we're going to get into what happened today.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Miss Lil is back. Miss Lil. Hey, Miss Lil. So glad to see you back down here in the chat. Glad that you're doing better. Myrtle Tister's also in the house and says hello, Miss Jen Gatekeepers, and to the mods. Miss Lil said good evening, Miss Jen Gatekeepers, and to the mods. Good evening to you too. Rhonda Reed is in the house. Our girl Rhonda. Rhonda says good evening, everyone. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Linda Bynes Barnett is in the house too, and she says greetings, salutations, gatekeepers. Hey, everybody, hit the like button. Belinda Hill and Miss Jen says good evening, Miss Jen, Gatekeeper Mods Squad. Happy Taco Tuesday. Hello to you too, Miss Belinda. We hope that you're having a great day as well. Linda says, Miss Lil, you made it. Belinda says, hello, Miss Lil. So happy to see you. How are you? Miss Jasmine says, hey, Miss Jen, Mods, gang, gang, gang. Hey, T. Rogers is in the house also and says, good evening, Miss Jen. Gods and everyone, Jen and guys, maybe you're saying guys, I don't know. And everyone, I missed today's episode. Well, so did I, T. Rogers. So we about to see what happened to us together. Much love to the replay gang, Linda says. Belinda says, Miss Jen, you didn't really miss nothing. The best part was June with Tyrell and Samantha. Was that a good part? Because I do remember seeing that. I didn't know what to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Miss Jen, I really love Dolly Parton too. And I was saying, why didn't they break in on Let's Make a Deal? Right. Break in on some of this other stuff. They be sitting there waiting with their hand on the button right at 100. Okay. Right at the time it come on, they go, break into Beyond the Gates. Dee says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Dees. How are you? Coretta JB5 says, good evening, Miss Jen, Mods, Gatekeepers. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too as well. Miss Lil says, thanks, Belinda. Missed you too. By the grace of God, I'm referring. Okay, you're recovering? Okay, and we're glad to hear that. Peggy says, hey, Miss Jen and Mods. Hey. All right, y'all, with that, we're going to unlock these gates, and I'm going to take a look and see what happened today and talk about it. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Well, first things first, I got to read this disclaimer because I don't want these people trying to think I own something that I don't. So here we go. Fair use disclaimer, Copyright Act of 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And we are definitely putting in our research over here on this show so we get all of the details of it correct, which is more my aim in watching this show. I enjoy it. I want to laugh and talk about it, but I also try to stay on point with what really did happen, what really was said, what was really expressed. So that's why I like to hear all you guys' opinion. I do not care what anybody who you're rooting for and all of that. Go listen to all the other reviews and recaps, and then come on over here and hang out with us because we're a community. That's what matters. Why this page matters. Okay. Now, any copyrighted material shown during this broadcast is being used for purposes of commentary, criticism, discussions, and review. No copyright infringement is intended. All rights to the original copyrighted material belong to their respective copyright owners. So it is not my aim to play anything. If anything happens to be heard, I will be talking over it because I'm not trying to give a broadcast of it so that people can hear it or anything like that. So that is not the point of this. Our point is to study this show, go in deeper with the show, do deeper dives, and find out what really happened on the show today. That is our goal, and to comment on it. And we definitely gonna be commenting on it. All right, with that, let's go. Okay, so we open up with Andre and Danny with all her cleavage out. Because I guess she's trying to pay her husband some attention today and not Bill. Because Bill ain't around. At least I don't think he showed up today. Because if he do, I wonder who you gonna be grinning the hardest at, man. But anyway, okay. So her and Andre are out eating at Le Country Club, and she's like, "Why are you staring at me, Andre?" He says, "Because you're the most beautiful woman in the world." He says, "Believe me when I tell you this now. Helena Troy ain't got nothing on Danny Dupree." Look here, now I have heard of Helena Troy. But who was Helena Troy? Hold on, let me see if I can get a visual. Who is Helena Troy? Can I see an image? No. Who is Helen of Troy? Can I see an image, please? I know we're supposed to have something made. She's Greek mythology. I mean, from what I'm looking at here, maybe Helena Troy had the reputation of being the most beautiful woman or something. I don't know. But maybe the people in her area didn't get around very much. I'm not trying to just saying. Was this a compliment, Andre? Because if I had looked this up, I'd be very mad with you right now. I'd be very upset, sir. Y'all go on and Google Helena Troy. And it look like she got attitude from these pictures I see, but I'm sorry. This look like we spread lies and propaganda. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get back over here and mind my business. Because y'all ain't going to get me in trouble talking mess. That's what y'all be doing, not me. Hold on, what did she say? And why out of all the people we know, why did somebody write the words Helena Troy to compare to Danny? Y'all tell me. I know some of you bougies in the crowd know. So explain it to me, because this ain't no compliment to me, boss. One out of all the people we could have named. Helena Troy? Okay, anyway. All right. Linda, what you done sent me? Hold on, girl. You done made me click off my screen. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Linda, now you know I'm in the middle of the broadcast. Don't be sending me nothing right now, girl, unless it's about this show. Okay, hold on. Okay, now let me see what she said one more time. Danny said, he said, okay, so Andre's like, believe me when I say this. Helena Troy ain't got nothing on Danny Dupree. We already know that. She said, don't say that in front of Lupita. He says, well, you know what I mean. I don't even know what none of this meant. She said, he handsome. He said, do you want me to stop? She was like, keep on giving me the compliment. It's so nice to see her paying her own man some attention. It really is. Oh, she said she was worried about him worrying about her being there for Bill. Hey, Miss Veronica. Sorry, Venice. Okay, so she done jumped on his lap and giving him a kiss in the middle of the thing. Okay, now Kat and Chelsea's together. Chelsea got on these cute zebra boots. Okay, so okay. Chelsea says she good by herself. She don't need nobody trying to babysit her. You know you lying, girl. You do. She told me she ain't really worried about her half-baked ex stalking her. Girl, yes, you is. Don't tell that lie. You nervous, child, because I'm nervous for you. Because we don't need no second round of her. All right, now we're moving on to the stars of the show, Vanessa and Joey. We're moving on to the co-stars of the show, Vanessa and Joey. Mm-hmm. She's at the casino. She gives him a gift. And he's like, is this some more scarves for us to use to tie you up? Girl, gone. Tie me up, tie me down. Okay. He's like, what am I looking at? He said the beginnings of the casino's new and improved high roller suite. Joy looking like, what is she talking about? Well, you know what, Joy? I guess you should have a high roller suite. Now we're gonna move over to the uptown where it looks that Randy is sitting in back there watching Heather. But Heather know you watching her child. What kind of high class criminal would she be if she didn't know you was following her? I mean, you everywhere she go. When you like a shadow right now, Randy. Anyway, she's sitting there nursing her a drink, and then in walks Smitty and Martin. They chattering along. She looks over there, watches them sit down. She gets up out of her chair. She gonna go over there. I saw this part a little bit. So she went over there and she's like, "Hey, Congressman Richardson?" And he says, "Yes." She's like, "So sorry for the intrusion, but I'm such a big fan of your grandfather and of yours. You know, flattery will get you everywhere." She's like, "Your commitment to public service is just so outstanding." He's like, "Well, thank you, child." She's like, "It's a pleasure. And you must be the husband, right? You know, let's stop right here. Why you in our business? Because you know, people of color, we very suspicious. Don't ask me no questions. Say hello, and if I introduce you, I introduce you. If I don't, why you asking all these questions? Don't be in my business. What you mean, who I must be? What if I wasn't? What if I ain't who you think I am? Don't be calling names and titles and stuff. Just say hello. Let us decide where we go from here." But anyway. And she goes, "You must be the husband." The reporter, Bradley Smith. Ooh, she know everything. And Randy's sitting over here just taking it all in. He's like, "Wow, I am." Yeah, I wouldn't have answered that. You know too much. Let me stop and get some comments. Coretta JB5 says, "My goodness, Danny and Vanessa can't be warned about anything. I guess they will have to learn about Heather the hard way." They are hard head, soft behind. Jasmine Williams says, "I'm not buying Heather as the big bad, scary impaler." You know, like I said, y'all should have let June play this role. Just because I told you, just from them clips that she in that other show, June would have told this role up. But you know, y'all let her keep on playing the scared mama. She doing a good job on that too, though. But there's so much more she could have done. All right, let's keep going. Okay, back to Kat and Chelsea. "Are you having the nightmares and any of that?" She's like, "No. Madison been helping me, so I'm good." All right, so Isaiah walks up and Cat perk right up. Ooh, Isaiah walked in, Cat perk right up. "Hey, Isaiah, what you doing out and about?" Grinning and tea. Look, no matter how much we don't want it, it appears that they gonna have Cat flirting at Isaiah. No matter how much we don't want it. Then it's gonna be fighting between her and Eva. Then all you catanators and you evilites, you believers, are gonna be talking about this. She had it coming. Why is she mad? Now she mad. You know, I just don't want this for Cat, but it looks like we going there. So what are you doing out and about when the fall semester is about to smile? Shouldn't you be somewhere out preparing for your hormonal coeds? Samantha's like, "I couldn't even imagine being trapped with college kids all day." He said, "Don't do too much on my students now. Don't do that." She's like, "My nephew may be one of the good kids, but the rest of them, I don't know." He said he came to get a gift for Eva. A little pick-me-up for her. And then Kat says, "Now, why would you go spoil everything by mentioning her?" You know, Kat, yeah, why would he mention his girlfriend that he's very devoted to? Why would you still be comfortable talking about this girl to her boyfriend? Could anybody do that to you to Tomas, or would you be mad? I think you'd be mad, girl. But you know, here, you know, you're the great Cat girl. You can do what you want in the eyes of some. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna call it when I see it. I'm sorry. You ain't got no business doing this, girl. Even Chelsea was like, "Cat, don't do that." She's like, "I mean, that's a really thoughtful gesture. Is that better?" Yeah, because evidently you don't know no better than to say stuff like that unless somebody's there to correct you. Be on purpose said today was good. Okay. Yeah, Rhonda, I'm hoping the same thing. I'm begging and pleading, but it does not appear we're gonna win this war. I do not see this as part of Cat's personality. This is not part of something I believe Cat would do. I saw this for something Eva would do. because of the setup for who they made, Eva's background. But for Cat, I do not see this in Cat's. I don't. They got her flirting with Jacob like quietly, innocently, and at the same time, now you got her flirting with Isaiah. Two brothers on top of that. I don't like this for Cat. Y'all turning her into her mama. I'm sorry, Nicole. Girl, I love you, girl. But I'm just saying, girl, they got your daughter acting like you just a little bit. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go ahead. Hold on. Why did he say Cat got a gold star? He said that's a gold. She said that's a good gesture. Is that better? He said you get a full credit and a gold star from me. He tells Cat. Back to Tyrell. He says first semester, a big deal. He's excited about classes or starting at Banneker. They said, well, he will be once he gets over getting his heart broke. Child, you'll be all right once you get over there and see all them girls over there and all them grinning in your face. You're gonna be like, Jessica, who's just her, we went together, but we ain't go together. Like we almost went together. It was only 2-3 months. It wasn't all that. It wasn't all. Even if he meet a best friend, that's what it's gonna be. And me and Jessica, we hung up. We no, girl, no. You gonna forget all about her. Okay, so now the kids have come into Orphy Jeans and see June, and she's asking him if he's excited to be going off to college, and he says, "I guess." And she's like, "That don't sound like somebody who's excited to start college." His sister, he's struggling. He struggles to form sentences before he's eating, and she said, "Well, then we got to start off with something good for you to eat. Then we got peach cobbler waffles. This is the last thing y'all need to be serving around there is them peach cobbler waffles, because Vernon been real frisky anyway, and peach cobbler is his thing, not cakes." Then tell me now, Vernon can come in there and get peach cobblers for breakfast? Oh, Lord, I don't know. Anita, is you ready, girl? Okay, so they offered to pay, because June said, well, she would pay for the food for them. And they was like, we know your money's tight. We just got our allowances, so we could do it. She was like, no, you will not. I'm going to take care of it. She said, I've been learning all about high yield saving accounts from this financial page that I've been following. She said, you can laugh if you want, but don't laugh at me. Because slowly but surely, I've been putting away a little something for the future. He said, that's great, June, but we can cover for ourselves. She says, will you please allow me to buy my baby some breakfast? She's like, please. It's not like I'm breaking the bank, especially with my employee discount. So come on now. Girl, why y'all acting like y'all mama can't buy y'all a juice box? Come on now. So he was like, okay, I want my food and I want some bacon with it. He said, give me the waffles things with the peach cobbler and give me some. Sidebar, if them waffles is some kind of aphrodisiac, I don't know if this boy got no business eating them peach cobblers. Waffles. I don't know now. We're going to see. They said, what a difference a year makes. Because they talk about how they like hanging with their mama. Hold on one second. Let me catch some of you all's comments. My eyes was moist when June met with her babies. Oh, it was all. Coretta says, yeah, keep it up, Cat. You're cruising for a cruising. She is. Jacob could be the soapiest scandal for Cat. Oh, I don't want it. I don't want that for Catherine. Yep, keep it up, Cat. You're cruising for. I mean, why? There's so many other people. Why it's got to be Cat? Why y'all doing this to Cat? Okay, back to Danny and Andre at the country club. She's like, I know it's going to get around how we was in here kissing and stuff. I'm sure that people know all across Barrington County right now. He said, that just means that we have to repeat our performance so they can talk some more. She said, you want to stay and keep kissing? He said, this idea is tempting. Okay, what we talking about? Andre said, you willing to risk making these people uncomfortable just so we could be in here pitch and move? Oh, are y'all talking about Anastasia? They was talking about kissing to somebody. Who is this lady walking in the background? I don't know who that lady was just walking in the background, but baby, she was shocked. Did y'all see her? She had on like some royal blue pants and a gold and blue kind of print jacket and a person, her hair was long. I thought it was a Leslie for a minute. Because whoever that was, baby, she was high stepping. Now, see, that's how you supposed to come looking in the country club in the background. Big, fat, short, tall, I don't care, old, young, you supposed to be in his shop and in the tech. Let me tell you something. That's not a lie about it. When you go to something like this, it's a fashion show. You go in there to see and be seen, as my granddaddy used to say. You're supposed to be sharp. What you talking? If I'm running up through the country club, I'm coming through there zooted and suited, okay? Okay, so they're making sure their calendars are good for Tyrell's send-off. Oh, wait a minute. Did she say she would be there if it wasn't for Korea? Oh, she said, I told him we'll be there if we're not in Korea. He says, crazy to think that Tyrell is actually old enough to go to college. Andre, why'd you look like that when she mentioned y'all going to Korea? They talk about when the kids first came home, they took over our lives and they completed our family in a way we didn't know we needed. See, there goes somebody else in the background walking the shops. That's what I'm talking about, girl. You better come on in there, Ralph Lauren down. She got on the right outfit, earrings, belt. Girl, see, y'all doing okay. They go the lady in the background. I was talking about sitting over Andre's shoulder. The shop, this, you know what? This is what I want to see from all the extras in the background from now, because everybody in here look bougie. That's what I want to see, bougie at the country club. You save all these other extras for Orphan Jeans and Uptown, okay? But not at the country club. Andre said they're just discovering their lives and they're still talking about the kids and blah, 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 blah. Tyrell ain't leaving forever, blah, 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 blah. That's a beautiful way to put that, Andre. Banneker's going to be nice for him. He'll be excited. I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. I'm excited to see what our future holds. You know, Danny, girl, let me tell you something. I'm glad to know you feeling all good today, because, baby, when you spot Bill, it's going to be all over. But anyway, go ahead. Okay, more bougie people in the background. I like this. Okay, now back to Heather over here at this Uptown over here antagonizing Martin and I've just been reading your series and I've just been so taken back. You know, I told y'all better slow down with letting people get at you with this flattery. You so cute, you so smart. Now what? Excuse me, wait a minute. How you know my whole government? First of all, let's start there. What you mean you know what I do for a living? I ain't the governor. I'm whatever he do, senator. I'm not the senator. What you mean you been reading my articles, ma'am? Who are you? Who sent you? Y'all just talking and smiling because she over here praising you. He's like, oh, thank you so much. So I'm not surprised you were nominated for the very prestigious journalism award. See, too much. You know too much. He said, y'all been working hard on an article there, so I'm glad to hear. People are taking to it. I'm glad. She said, oh, working, so there's more. Yeah, that's the plan. I guess that makes sense. Also, she like, oh, so you intend to keep on writing about me, the impaler. You ain't about to let it go. That's what you saying. That's what Heather's saying to you, really, Smitty. You don't know, but you're like, oh, so let me get it right. So you saying you're not through writing about me yet. You still digging and probing. Noted. She said, I haven't heard them talk about finding that ghoulish piercer and he said, you mean the impaler. You know, see, here's what I'm telling you. Now, she know everything else, but all of a sudden she don't know the name of the impaler. She calling it the piercer. Maybe that's what she'd rather be called, the piercer. See, all my spider senses would be ding-a-ding-a-ding-a, baby, because you know too much and then all of a sudden you don't know the impaler. Girl, go on here. She's like, I'm going to go and let y'all talk. I done found out everything I need to find out over here. He said, I hope I can count on your vote. She was like, I don't live in the district, but if I did, you would get my vote early and often. Randy over here sitting like, you got to be joking. Yeah. Okay, back to Vanessa and Joy. He said a new and improved suite. You know, Joy, I would think you would have a high roller suite that look nice. I mean, you're in there taking a lot of money from people. It may as well look nice while you take it. And you're going to get to write it off your taxes anyways. I mean, go on, make it cute. He said also the redo is for my benefit. She said, of course it is. Who else? Oh, he was like, maybe you're just trying to get your decorator a job. She was like, no, that's not it. This room desperately needs a little refreshing. Oh, so let's. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. So what we're saying is the set for Joey and Vanessa will be upgraded. Oh, they will be upgrading Joey's this room that they be in all the time. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Ted ain't got no house. Leslie ain't got no house. But Rob, y'all gonna get an upgrade on the casino. Okay, okay, all right. Okay. I know it's gonna be nice. I mean, it may as well be y'all co-star now. I mean, Mm. Mm. He said he was going for a classic look. He don't see nothing wrong with his joint. It do look old and dusty in there though. I wouldn't want to go in there and do nothing. She's like, the bar and everything needs revamping to cater to the whims and desires of the most important gamblers. He said, well, their eyes will be on the cards, not the walls. That's not true. People like to be in nice places while they're losing. I don't say that now. She said, but they like it to stay longer if they like the way it looks. So I think it's going to be bigger too. Because you ain't got but one table back here. So when you going to find the time for this renovation when you already running the real estate business? Is she running the real estate business? Hey, B-Lo Diddy. Hey, B on purpose. Hey, T Rogers. She said, she said, listen, don't worry about what I got to do. We gonna improve what's going on around here. She's like, so can we do it? He said, as long as you don't come from my condo, you can do whatever you want. She's like, perfect. She gets up to go. She said, I have a meeting with the interior designer. He said, you booked a designer before I agreed to this? Yeah, Joy, what you think? You think women got time to be sitting around waiting to be going back and forth back with y'all? We do not. We do not. You said, I haven't seen Kyle. Yeah, we haven't seen Kyle's new condo, but the casino will be upgraded. Yeah, because listen, these the new co-stars. You better pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, so she done went to go get ready to get the decorating. Joey, I don't know why you so overwhelmed, baby. That's the way women move. We're going to do something. We about to do it. We just telling you. We asking you and telling you. Okay, so now they back over here at the coffee spot talking about Tyrell and his heartbreak and Jessica. And, she shouldn't have strung him along. Kat said, I hate it for her. She said, but I do think it's good that she didn't break his heart, though. She just went on and let him know. Isaiah agrees that honesty is best. It doesn't make it less painful, especially at Tyrell's age, but at least, he knows the truth. I ain't feeling you like that. Some people never get over being rejected, Chelsea said. They become obsessive. China, you ought to know all about obsessive people, girl, because you got you one. Okay, now, Vanessa has come to meet up with Danny. She interrupts her and Andre from over here looking all in each other's eyes. They so in love. They so in love. Mm-hmm. Both of y'all got secrets now, though. Poor thing. Okay, Vanessa's like, okay, girl, I wish. She said, if all my clients was in love like y'all, we wouldn't need a heart attack. Wouldn't even have a business. Yeah, Andre and her are so in love today. They are. She said, my husband and I are focused on the present. Isn't that right, honey? He's like, to the future. She asked Vanessa to join them, and she says, okay. She sits on down. Okay, girl. She says she got things to do too. Okay, what are you up to? I'm meeting with the interior designer. He's like, are you renovating a new property? She's like, no, an old property. I'm finally getting I'm getting these perfectly manicured hands on Joey's casino. Andre looking like, really? Why you bothered by that? Andre, that's our man. They can do what they want. Okay, now here go Heather still over here at Uptown. She getting up to leave and she waving bye. See y'all later. She looks so sweet and innocent, I guess, to them, because she wouldn't to me. No, girl. Girl. No, sir. She gets ready to leave. Randy picks up the phone and says, "You ain't gonna like this." Joey said, "Well, what? The preamble ain't gonna make it no better. What is Heather up to?" He says, "Chatting with Martin and Smitty at Uptown." He says, "Doggone it. Is she still in there?" He said, "No, she just left." He said, "Stay on her." He said, "Will do." Now she see you. Peekaboo, she see you too, sir. Okay, so he gets up to leave out, and then now we back at Orphy Jeans. She told the kids, she said, "Your food will be out in a minute. I had them put some extra whipped cream on there for y'all." And they was like, "Hey, June, wait a minute. Come here for a second. Can you sit down for a second?" She's like, yeah." She says, "It's pretty calm right now. What's going on?" She sits down. He says, "Thanks." He says, "For the extra whipped cream, I mean." She said, "If somebody had told me I'd be sitting here with my babies, clean and sober, a job, a place to stay." Let me pause and say this. Beyond the Gates, please don't back her up and put her back on that stuff. What purpose do we need to see that for? She don't need to go backwards. Can we see her win? Can we see her grow to be more? And then y'all can make her into a villain if you want to. I don't care, but don't put her back on that stuff. We don't want to see it. All right, let's go ahead on. They were talking about how hard she worked to get where she is. And she said, "You've worked hard too, Tyrell. Graduating high school with honors and going off to college." And she said, "My little baby's becoming a grown man." She's becoming emotional. He was like, "Bannock ain't that far away, Mom. Don't cry." She's like, "You got a good point. It's close enough to visit. I mean, if you want me to." He says, "I do. I want all my family to visit me in Banneker," he says. She's glad. He said, "Just remember to bring extra cobbler." She said, "Of course, I can do that." She says, "Now, when is Jessica heading off to UCLA? Maybe we might come visit together." He says, "I have no idea when Jessica starts school." This not right here where he was like, "I don't know what she doing. I don't care what she doing. I don't care where she at. I don't care if she drawing breath, broke a leg, or broke a nail. I don't know nothing about her. So for all I know, she's in California." She's like, "What happened between y'all?" He said, "She dumped me." And she was like, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Girl, look, let me tell you something. If Mama, she dumped me. Well, then you know what? I ain't really like her big head self no way. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought she was fast and all that. So you can get you somebody bigger, better, stronger, baby. Don't worry about it." But his mama said, "I'm so sorry to hear that. I know how things were with the two of you. You were heading off in different directions to college, but I thought y'all was all right." He said, "No, it's for the best." He said, "Everybody keeps saying that anyway." She says, "Well, they're right. You're too young to be getting yourself tied down to somebody at this point in your life. And you're going to be turning all kinds of heads at school. Believe me, that's true. The girls don't like you, Tyrell. You ain't got to worry about that, sir." She said, "You looks good." She said, "I'm just saying." back to the coffee spot with Isaiah, Chelsea, and Catherine. He asked, does he need to be on the lookout for Tyrell for anything? And they said, no, he's too level-headed to do anything crazy. She said, "I'm dealing with my own situation up in my head because he has nothing to do with Tyrell." He says, "It's giving you a lot of grief." She says, "Nothing I can't handle, but thanks for asking." He says, "Okay, well, I guess I'll leave you ladies to it." And she says, "Give my best to Eva." She's smiling all toothy. "Give my best to Eva." Chelsea, I know you busy worried about yourself and that girl locked up there to that place. But did you not notice what your cousin is putting down over here across the table? Because I needed for you to go, Catherine. Is you over here flirting with Isaiah? Because, girl, you tee and matter hard. Because I know I would have. I would have caught all that. Girl, you got to catch that tea. But anyway, she's smiling and watching him walk off. She says, "Too much." She says, "Beyond." Which is probably what Isaiah thinks of us now anyway. We made complete fool. She said, "We done made a fool of ourselves in front of you, my brother-in-law." She said, "No, I think he understood what was going on. Don't worry about it." He's got to be used to be dealing with messy women at this point. And I'm not even just talking about his worst half. That mother of hers? Yes. Okay, so back to Vanessa and Danny and Andre at the country club. She's like, she's talking about rebuilding this suite for Joey. She's like, wealthy people need to feel at ease, while they're gambling. He said, yeah, it sounds like the kind of place I wouldn't mind dropping a few coins in myself. She says, when you're done with the redoing it, we can talk about doing some more stuff. Oh. Okay. She says, I adore you both, but I doubt Joey wants to bring outside attention to the casino. She's like, excuse me? I thought he was always looking for more players. She said, high rollers aren't motivated by Instagram. It comes by word of mouth. The idea behind the renovation is to make them want to stay and spend more. I told you, you got to make people comfortable, like where they sitting at. Andre said, I hear you. Okay. So, but Vanessa knows that he wouldn't want them to put no advertisement behind it, because I guess Andre was talking about taking pictures and stuff for it and advertising. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now they're talking about Heather. Like, we don't understand why he would have a problem with his sister visiting. And Andre's like, oh, Lord, oh, God, oh, Lord. They talking about Heather. Don't talk about Heather. I might not be able to keep my face straight, Lord. Okay, now, Randy is leaving out of Uptown. He goes over there to walk away, and Heather walks behind him and says, hello there. Don't you think it's time we were properly introduced? After all, you have been following me for days. Okay, Randy. Let's see how good you is at lying. Back to Orpy Jeans. She told the kids, look like y'all enjoyed your food. Tyrell ate all of his, and she said she couldn't finish hers. He said, I wasn't going to let it go to waste. Okay, Isaiah comes in. He says, look like somebody's getting a head start of his freshman 15. He said, what's that? He says, you know the old saying, when you start freshman year, you gain 15 pounds. The first year away from home. Samantha's like, oh my God, are you lying? She said, I could never go to college then, ever. 15 pounds, gee. He said, I'm just enjoying this deliciousness. She said, you here for your to-go order? He said, yep, jambalaya with ribs and a triple order of cornbread. Because y'all know they even like that cornbread. Is you going to eat your cornbread? She goes to get the order. He sits and talks with the kids. He said, you mind if I sit? I said, come on. They asked how Eva's doing. He said, she's doing better. I'm sure she'd love a visit from her favorite niece and nephew. He says, I'll leave. He says, I'll come and visit before I go to Banneker. And Samantha says, I'll come too. Then he says, you know, your Aunt Kat told me about Jessica. You doing okay? He says, not really, but I'm getting there. He says, look, I don't mean to sound like some old dude, but things like this are a part of everyone's journey. That's right. Heartbreak gonna happen, baby. Let me tell you something. You ain't really been in love unless you done had your heart broke 1-2 times, baby. That ain't love till you done had a few arguments, broke up, got back again. I can't stand my then that's love, baby. Because love hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. You know that's love. When you can go on and hang in after you done got on your last nerve. But anyway, you know, the journey to love many times will be met with your head getting bumped a couple times. Then not to get bumped a couple times, you're supposed to get smarter, not meaner, not less trusting, none of that. You're just supposed to get smarter, and keep moving till you find real love. Be brave. Love ain't for the faint of heart. Okay, so he told her there will be some value in what you experience with her. Don't worry about that. Remember what you and Jessica had. Just don't let the pain keep you down too long. Find you somebody else. Onward and upward. She said, okay, here you go. I said, here go your food. He said, thank you so much, June. He said, let me get this food on Eva before she sent out a search party. He said, now, did you hear what I told you, Tyrell? He says, yeah, thanks. He said, all right, I'll talk to you later. And they said, all right, bye. Samantha was like, I hope some of that got through to your thick head. He said, you're the one with the actual thick head, so don't try me. They laugh it off. All right, so back to Heather and Randy. She's like, Randy, right? You work for my brother. He says, just doing my job. She says, oh, I'm not angry. I think that Joy's having a hard time with the fact that I'm sticking around for a little R&R and also to spend time with him, my dear brother. He says, oh, that's really none of my business. She says, but calling to report my conversation with the congressman and his husband is? Would you like to just ride along with me? And then I don't have to worry about you losing you at a stoplight. She says, lighten up, I'm just teasing. You seem very tense. He says, Joy's going to expect an update from me real soon. He says, oh, okay. Well, I'm going there right now, actually. So if you give me 5 minutes to get to my car, you can follow me all you like. And then she gives him a very cold stare. Don't get intrigued by this fool. Okay, now we back over with the Smitty Martins. He was like, ooh, look at you. Somebody recognized you and knew you was an investigative reporter. He said, yeah, usually people handed me my phone trying to get a picture with you. So that felt good for somebody to actually recognize me for what I've worked hard for. And Martin's like, here's to many more times of that happening for you. He's like, you deserve all the attention and all the acclaim and then some. He's like, oh, thank you. So I know the conversation got me thinking, though, the public seems really interested in seeing the person behind this ring brought to justice, not this ring being brought to justice. He's like, yeah, it brought pain and suffering to a lot of people. So I can see why people would want to see it, come to a head. Hold on one second. Let me catch some of you guys' comments before we get too far. Hold on to your love. Danny is immature and sickening. What? Be on purpose. They be on purpose. Honestly, Kat doesn't match with Iz or Jacob, in my opinion. They need to bring someone. Let me brighten up my screen. They need to bring someone in. Right. Bring somebody else in. I'm just saying, don't do this to Kat's character. Now, Kat is bratty. Kat is spoiled, but Kat ain't this. She may be entitled, but don't do this to Kat. The background, D players be they got the stylists doing their thing in there. They're costuming these people down. Kat needs someone new. She does, and not no Isaiah. She don't need to dig in Eva's trash. Hey, Miss Jen, gatekeepers. Hey, below Didi. We haven't seen Kay's new condo, but the casino will be upgraded. Precisely. Naomi doesn't have an office. We haven't seen Kat's condo. I'm just saying, right? But we building up these co-stars though, wardrobes and everything. We got new hair. We got new makeup. We got new wardrobe. You know what's funny? I'm going to pull a picture. I don't even have to go far to pull it. Of what Vanessa looked like when the show started versus what she looks like now. Now, this may be because she's a mob wife, like a mob wife type person now, but it's a different day. It's a different day. Hopefully, BTG budget increases soon so we can see Kat's condo. Yeah, maybe we will see Kat's condo. Or will we? And in Bill's office, we ain't seen nothing but a hallway one time in his office. Don't get these writers any bad ideas. They got enough. Uh-oh. She is Kelly S says, hey, Looney Allison is back. Yes, indeed. Kat lived up to her mean and nasty self today. That's okay. Payback is coming. Oh, y'all think. Okay, Joey should know better to have Randy watching Heather. Yeah, you should have got somebody else. And even then, you should have got different people. Because how she ain't going to see Randy? Big old stuff back there with all the muscles and things hanging out. Yeah, please. I think Heather meant it with the cold stare to Randy. Yeah, I think she was trying to tell him something. Maybe she was trying to tell you something. How does Heather know about Randy following her? Because she is a gang. She's in the same life. These people look over their shoulder. They got to look out their shoulder every day, and they got to pray before they start their cars up. You do dirty. When you live dirty, you got to be careful. She's been acting silly, but thinks she's going to have to show her true evil soon. Yeah, we need for you to do a little something, girl, because so far ain't nobody scared of you. Ain't none of us scared just yet. We just know what you're capable of. Back to Smitty and Martin. He said he got a lot of ideas, but there's some gaps that he needs to fill in before he can finish writing this expose. He gonna go see Leah again. See if there's anything else that she want to tell, man. He said she was transferred to a medium security facility, right? He's like, right. Like maybe she isn't deemed as necessary as she was before. It's the first time I interviewed her. She insisted that she didn't know who the impaler was, but she has to know something, Smitty says. She was the right-hand person at Garland. That don't mean she know the person. Their paths had to cross somewhere. They may have and she didn't know it. Then again, she may have been threatened within an inch of life, and why should she be talking? Martin did tell him to be careful. He said Leah got herself wrapped up with some dangerous people. I don't want to see the same thing happen to you. We almost lost Jacob. You know we lost Darren. I know this is important to you, but you need to go slow now. Exposing this ring is not worth putting more lives at risk, especially ours. You can put our life on the jeopardy. Back to the country club. She said Joey's suspicious of everyone. Danny said, he trusts you with everything he holds dear, including his precious casino. She says, but I've earned every bit of that trust. But Heather is his blood, she says. It's just strange, don't you think? They're not like the Duprees, you know. They were estranged for a while. She's like, yeah, I know, but that's her brother. I know she's going to be able to win him over, girl. You better think. She said, yeah, it'll take some time. Joey's no pushover. Danny said, I don't understand what could possibly be holding him back. You know, I know he loves her. I can clearly see it clear as day, but still he's got these walls up, Vanessa said. And then Andre gonna holler out. It sound like a smart man to me. See, Andre, you should have kept sipping your coffee and being quiet. Because again, had you been sitting at this table with me and busted out with that, I'd have been like, wait, excuse me, what now? What you mean by that? No, see, you done said it now, so why we said it? What we talking about? What you leaning into? What's giving you this funny feeling? Why you got a ting on? Mm-hmm. He said, he just met this woman, baby. I think you, both of you, need to be a lot more careful about the people you let get close. He said, just because of Joey's sister? Honestly, Andre, most of the stuff out there about him is just social media nonsense. Vanessa, did you really just say that most of the stuff about Joey is not true? Vanessa, did you really just say Joey don't do what he do? Vanessa, just what you really think, girl? Girl, you don't even know you sitting at you at home with the man that took your husband out. Girl, you a fool. Andre said, I already told you. You can never really trust that someone is who they say they are. Take it from me. He said, does Joey occasionally color outside the lines? What entrepreneur doesn't? He's too rough around the edges. Some high society types, maybe. But mostly and importantly, he's there and cares about people. He makes me feel safe. And that outweighs everything else that y'all could put together. Don't be talking about my man. My man. He says, okay, well, like I said earlier, I got to run. I know y'all both got full days ahead, so let me get on up from here. He said, I'm going to go. He kisses Danny on the forehead and leaves. Bye, sweetie. She said, that was abrupt. Vanessa said, was it something I said? Yes, girl, it was. Well, part of the reason, anyway. All right. Back over to the coffee shop. Chelsea's still talking about these phone calls. Maybe she being paranoid. Or maybe this is the girl's plan to pull back and catch me off guard again. I don't know. She said, what I was going to say before Isaiah walked up is that when I went to see Jacob, I asked him about Allison and look into if she was still in there and everything. He said, but she said that crazy heifer is still locked up tighter than, wait a minute, she's still locked up better than what? Okay. He said, what did he say? She said, she's still locked up tighter than a Belle Claire. Did y'all hear what Kat said? Kat, that was a cold line, baby. She said that crazy heifer is still locked up tighter than a Belle Claire. Girl. Oh, girl, the shade that you can throw. You said that Anastasia's family is all that they uptight. You said they retentive people? Oh my God. She said Jacob even called a favor into the head of security to go sweep her room and find out if she had a phone or anything. She was like, well, good. But what if she got a personal phone? She said they're searching her room for all contraband. Don't worry about it. She was like, okay. She's like, are you sure though? She said, I'm positive. Don't worry about it. She said, you really are the best cuz. She says, always. Both y'all hair almost exactly the same. Okay, so back to the orphan jeans. The kids thank her for breakfast. She said, wait, I got something for you, Tyrell, before you leave. She go and grab her bag and come back and hand it to him. She said, here you go. She said, I've been trying to figure out the best time to bring it by the house, but since you're here now, here it is. And he goes, what is it? Open it up and see. You asking us for? Regina found it. Her sister Regina found it in a box. After all these years, she thought maybe he'd like to have it in his dorm room. And it's a picture of them as little kids with her. You know, I'm going to ask, though, why y'all had to take a picture of June with this headscarf on her head. Like she been out in the field all day picking cotton. I'm asking why. We could have done better now. Anyway. Samantha says she want a copy, too. She said, I picked out some pictures in that box for you, too, Samantha. I thought this one would be good for Tyrell. As a reminder of how far you've come. How far we've all come. He said, this is incredible. I love it. She says, I'm glad. He said, I love it. She said, I heard you, baby. He says, no, you didn't. Because I didn't say it right. He takes her hand. He says, I love you, June. Now, I ain't about to be crying on this phone. I ain't about to be crying on this internet. Y'all come surprising me with that mess. Now, I wasn't expecting all this heartfeltedness going on. But they all hug it out. But that was sweet. He said, I love you, June. That's sweet. Okay, now the Smitty Martins are back home looking for Samantha and Tyrell, but they ain't there. Oh, here we go. I guess they still at breakfast. That mean we got the place to ourselves. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay, y'all going upstairs with all this foolishness. Go on now. Okay, that's what they do. They said so we back at the country club. Danny says she been wrecking her brain trying to figure out what's going on with Andre. I've been wrecking my brain trying to understand what's going on with him. But clearly, we haven't gotten to the bottom of what's going on. She said, you saw the way he left here? Saying that he didn't know if he could really trust somebody? Is it obvious that he's still bothered by my connection with Bill? Girl, did Will Smith's wife not teach y'all nothing? Did Jada Pinkett not teach y'all nothing? It's an entanglement, ma'am. Entanglement. That sounds much more neater. That sounds much more kind and gentle. Entanglement. Go ahead, girl, though, anyway. And Vanessa says, despite your ex-husband's ginormous ego, he's not the center of the universe. Maybe Andre's frustrated with work. A difficult client. Or she says, no, he would have said that. Maybe he just doesn't want you to be worried. She said, what if he found out about what happened in the elevator? What if he found out what happened in the elevator? What if he left here and went straight to a divorce lawyer? He was like, girl, calm down. He was just so sweet and in love with you just a minute ago. That ain't it. Girl, calm down. He wouldn't have been this affectionate if he had known the truth. He wouldn't do you like that. He wouldn't have did your dog dirty like that. See how guilt gets you? Okay, now here come Heather in to see her brother. She's like, hello, brother. She's like, are we indulging in a new lobby? He says, apparently I'm redecorating. She says, oh, your taste has certainly improved. He said, no, it's all Vanessa. She's going to turn this room into some kind of high roller suite. She says, yeah, instead of this exquisitely tacky environment you got going now. He says, I don't care what the room looks like as long as it makes me money. And if Vanessa's happy, that's all that matters. She says, you really care about it, don't you? He says, yeah, I do. Heather gonna get you. Heather about to get you, Vanessa. The Joey told him, you better remember that I care about her. Joey, stay threatening you, girl. He said, I remember everything you tell me. Well, hold on. Where was Randy name came in? He said, you really care about it? Yes, I do. And you need to remember that. She says, I remember everything you tell me. Really? He says, then why were you chatting up Smitty? He says, are you having me followed? He says, Heather, if you're threatening Martin Richardson and his husband, she says, oh, stop. I'm smart enough not to threaten a congressman. At least not in front of a witness anyway. He said, then you're smart enough to know I'm not playing with you neither. She's like, oh, please. He's a perfectly lovely gentleman. We had a conversation that lasted all of 3 minutes. But you already know all that. She goes, why are you here, Heather? The truth. She says, that would take all the fun away, wouldn't it? He says, humor me. She says, I had an entire operation disband these things take time. I had to disband a whole situation. He says, well, you didn't need to supervise that personally. He says, well, people need guidance. If you want something done, you know how it goes. He says, are you saying you don't have qualified underlings? She says, no, of course I have qualified underlings. But the point is, I get to spend more time with my brother. He said, I like you fine. I even love you on occasion. I just don't trust you. She's like, I get it. Our trust has to be earned. And I'm willing to put in the time to earn yours. He says, then cut the BS. I don't buy for a second that you're still here because you wanted to spend more time with me after you shut down your plasma ring. She says, okay, well, cards on the table. See what I did there? Cards on the table. She's like, okay, anyway. There's a guy that I like, and he lives in the area, and I wouldn't mind rekindling things with him. He says, so you want me to believe that you haven't gone back to London because you want to hook up with an old flame? Well, it happens to be true, though, Joy. She says, well, you find a guy this good at baking cakes. He says, oh, well, if he's that good, I need to get him on the payroll at Heart Attached. And she said, he's not for hire. He says, not yet. He said, not yet. He says, okay, right, go ahead. Scratch that itch. But right after, you need to be on the first plane back to Heathrow. He said, I'm serious. She gets a text message, and it says, I need to see you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me look at the rest of these text messages. Hold on. I'm nosy. Now that I can see what's in her phone, let's see what's in there. Okay. All right. So it's Andre. And it said, need to see you, on my way. Oh, she happy. She happy as a cat with catnip right now. She grinning like a Cheshire cat. He says, what's going on? You want to share? She starts laughing. She says, dear brother, you may have just manifested the best shag of my life. I'm about to bake the best cake ever. She's like, oh, wow. See you later. She's so happy. She just tingling. She's so happy. Ugh. Okay, now the Smitty Martins are all done baking cakes. The children are now coming home. They said, look like y'all really enjoyed brunch and breakfast and whatnot. She's teasing about all the food that Tyrell ate. It looks like somebody's in a good mood. Tyrell is feeling a lot better. He is. He's giddy happy. He says, I do feel better, I guess. June was working this morning. She had a gift for Tyrell. They said, what is it? They was like, oh, this is amazing. She was able to keep this photo. Aunt Regina had it, he said. Oh, they think it's so cute. He said, they're so tiny. Samantha said, we were so cute. He said, well, at least I was. He said, she gave it to you today. He said, yeah, it's a going away gift, which I plan to take to college, if that's okay. And they said, yeah, of course. This picture, he said, despite everything my mother went through, she still loved us. He said, they said she certainly did. And I hope you told her how much you appreciate it. Yes, I did. Okay, well, that's nice that everything ended out that way for him, ain't it, though? Hey, Elaine. Samantha says, I remember the day that picture was taken. He says, how? I'm older than you, and I don't even remember it. She said, it ain't my problem. Your memory don't work. Mine do. He said, well, tell us what you remember. She was like, we had gone clothes shopping. June had managed to get her act together that day. One of the last few times she did. Anyway, she says, I was getting ready to go to kindergarten, and Tyrell was headed to first grade. And now Tyrell is headed to college. And you'll be a high school senior. Time surely does fly. He says, I wish I could remember more about back then. He probably has all that blocked out. He probably has that survivor thing where people block stuff out. And so it's nice that we had more good days ahead of us than bad. Something we can all look forward to. This is a touching moment, but I bet I'm about to go forward. Okay, then we're going to go back to Danny and Vanessa's talking over there at the country club. She's like, thanks for talking me down. She says, anytime. She said she hate feeling this way. I'm ready to be done looking over my shoulder, waiting for Karma to pay me back for the elevator. Girl, don't worry about it. Karma is going to get you. That's the way it works. You may not know when it's coming. You may not know how it's going to come because sometimes it don't come directly through you. It just depends, girl. It just depends. She's like, that can't be what's bothering Andre. Something is. And I know my husband can tell something's getting to him. I know him. I just got to figure out what's going on with him, girl. Okay, so now Andre is over here at Heather's door. Mm-hmm. She says, I knew you wouldn't be able to stay away. He's just standing. Okay, now Randy's checking in with Joy. He says, Joy says, my sister has eyes in the back of her head. He's not surprised. He says, so you're not pissed that Heather made me? He said, I didn't say that. I'm just not pissed enough to have you take it on a long ride. At least not yet. Hey, Var. He said, so what you want me to do now? He said, leave it to me. I'll take care of my sister. All right, back with the girls at the coffee shop. They looking at the designs for the new purse, perfect for the new drop. They're proud of their college freshman, but so proud of Samantha too. She wants to dedicate the new bag to June in the product description. And after everything they've gone through, that would be beautiful. They said it really would be. Samantha suggested several names. Let's just hope one of them clears. She's thankful again. She talked to Jacob. She said, "You don't have to worry about Allison. She's locked up and never gonna bother you again." And then, of course, we cut to the scene with Allison in jail. She's sitting here with her hair braided down in 2 braids, no socks on, a clinical white room. She writing letters and look like she got them all stacked up in some kind of order. She folds that paper up very methodically, and it says, "My loving wife." Girl, is this a you about to off yourself letter or something? What this said? My angel, my wife, my angel wife, my loving wife. Girl, you crazy than a Bessie bug in the springs, flying sideways in a storm, girl, trying to go backwards. I could not be bothered with all this, child. Sometimes you gotta go crazier than crazy people, but she's so crazy you can't match her crazy. I'm sorry, you just cannot. Let me catch some of you guys' comments here. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me today for this watch along, for this listen along. Well, while I watch it and tell y'all about what I'm looking at, because we have not shared any of their stuff. Andre is such a child; he needs to be sitting at the kids' table. Y'all just do not give Andre a break. Coretta says, Vanessa and Danny, legally blonde and legally brunette. Legally blonde and legally pathetic. Y'all, Jasmine, absolutely. Kat will be reading. We need her on the Real Housewives of ATL. She would work very well over there. Viewers, well, she would be more like for California because I don't know. I don't think the people in Atlanta got enough money to be messing with Kat. Viewers watching, subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell so you won't miss all the awesome things Miss Jen is doing over here on this channel. Thank you so much for that, Belinda. Belinda said, Miss Jen, your imitation voice of Danny Dupree is point on and hilarious. Thank you very much, Belinda. I appreciate that. Elaine says, hey, gatekeepers. Hey, Elaine. Var says, hello, everyone. Hey, Var. This thing with Heather feels really skeevy. It does. I'm like, let's just not do it. Thanks, cuz Tony, Lynn, and Mods. Linda says, thanks to all who tuned in. Yeah, I just, no. But anyway, gatekeepers, so I've seen what happened today on the show. And this is why I really wanted to watch it with y'all, because there, watching Beyond the Gates with you all is a different experience for me. Okay, y'all catch everything, the looks, the pauses, the little slick comments, the things happening in the backgrounds. I do too. And y'all definitely let me know when I'm missing something, so I appreciate that. Thanks to everyone who watched along with me today, everybody who commented, who gave their theories, everybody who made me laugh in the chat, and to the replay gang. When y'all come through later, don't forget I want to hear from you too. Leave those comments, because I do go back and read them, and then we choose one to read in the next broadcast, as long as I have time to pull it. And don't forget to do it. And I've really been enjoying doing that, including you guys in the daily broadcast as well. It seems like you guys like it as well. So after seeing this whole thing together, what was the biggest moment? Excuse me. What was the biggest moment for you for episode 154? What do you think is going to happen with Heather and Randy? Because she was giving him a dirty look today, like, boy, you keep on following me, and they gonna be looking for you. But so far Heather and Joey both are selling Wolf tickets, and I don't really know who got tickets to the Wolf to the show. Y'all selling the tickets, but I don't really know if y'all gonna be involved with nothing or not. I really don't know. I think the casino is going to be beautiful when it's done. I think it's going to be one of the most extravagant rooms on the set. I do. Can Allison really cause a lot of problems from up there in that cell? Yes, she can. And again, unfortunately, they got Kat flirting with Isaiah. Looks like that storyline is here to stay, you guys. Ain't nothing we're going to be able to do about it. Why can't Andre just tell Danny about his ex? I don't know, because he needs to, because her life is in danger. Her life is definitely in danger, so I think he does need to speak up on this. Definitely. Hanging it over. I know you meant handing it over to the replay gang. But yeah, I don't know. But I think he just need to go on and confess it. And then Danny can feel guilty all by herself, because she, over to hide what happened with Bill. She better hope the Bill don't get to thinking he having another heart attack and get to confessing. We'll always have the elevator doing the tornado. Danny, I love you. Be talking one day and be talking about some so I guess that's how you feel. That's why you had your hands all over me, squeezing on me in the tornado when we was in the elevator. It's gonna be some mess like that. I think if Heather dares to touch Nessa, Joey will hurt her. I also don't understand why Andre won't talk to Jacob and Danny about Heather. Well, I think that who she gonna end up touching is gonna be like Danny, or who she gonna end up touching will be like Smitty. Because Smitty ain't had no problems since the show has started, and it's time for Smitty to get a complication. It's time for him to have a consequence and a repercussion. If he told her, that would be no consequences. Now, who told you that, Val? Just because you confess something mean ain't nothing about to happen. Where they do that at? I mean, I'm glad you told me. It does mean something to me that you told me, but that I ain't about to forget it. Like, we ain't just gonna brush right past that thing. You did do what you did. Nah, I'm just saying. I'm still gonna break some dishes in here or something. I don't know. Heather needs to go so we can have who done it. Ooh, y'all. I don't see where they can write Heather in to stay, but if they do, then we're building a strong co-family for the Duprees. That would be Joey, his sister, his girlfriend, and his crew of people, because we've also beefed up his crew. I've seen 2-3 other people that work for him as well. So yeah, we're beefing up things over here. We're beefing up Vanessa's family. So we're building up the Dupree 2.0. We're building up the Duprees 2.0. The Armstrongs, because this is going to be Beyond the Gates with the Duprees and the Armstrongs, it's looking like to me. But I could be wrong. Who would she be mad about? What would she be mad about? What are you saying? Because somebody come and tell you they did something they ain't had no business, I'm not supposed to be mad? You done forgot he done put his lips on this woman. I know his life was, on the jeopardize, but you should have came home and told me when it happened. You done hid it for a while. You done had me over here in this woman face. So I'm sorry, but there are consequences and repercussions. You done had me in the woman face. You was talking to the woman like you didn't know the woman. See how you done compiled on stuff if you just had to come home and told it? If you just had to come home and told it? But see, now we got other stuff to add on to what happened. No, it's not about an affair years ago. It's about the fact that you sat and pretended like you didn't know this lady with me. This lady is dangerous. You ain't said nothing. Oh, she put her lips on you. Oh, you done been to her hotel room 3 times? Because this is number 3 now. He over there at the door now. You done been to her hotel room 3 times? Oh, she was hugging all on your chest? She put her fingers on your lips. Oh, so you just sat there and acted like you didn't know this lady when you knew this lady. See, now it's a problem. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And she your ex-woman. And you ain't said nothing. So I'm sorry, it's not as innocent as it could have been. Had when she rolled into town, he had to say, you know what? I think this bottle of champagne is from somebody I used to date named Heather. I'm gonna check into it, baby. I'm gonna let you know. See, that's the way you confess something. There's a difference in telling the truth and being transparent. Transparency means that there's nothing to hide here. What you mean you don't have to tell all that? He gonna have to tell all that later. And it's just gonna make it worse. Now I'm trying to take it. This how you men be lying because y'all don't be thinking how to lie. I told you want to learn how to lie, ask a woman because they think about all of the little pieces of the puzzle. Y'all don't. Y'all just lie. Then you jump out there and you be spinning in a tailspin, getting mad because people don't believe your lie. Women lie real good. They do. Women lie better than you. That's just a fact. Because women is plotters and planners, and we detail oriented. Now, I'm telling you now. Because now I just ran down to you how he got to get out of this hole he just dug. If he had came home and said, oh, you know what? I think that's one of my exes. Who is that? You know what? She was bop, 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 bop. But no, see, now you done lied that you didn't know this was Joey's sister. See how that one lie, I ain't talk about what Danny told you. The one made the statement that all he had to do was confess and it would be over. Now I'm telling you why it can't be over, because you done dug the hole bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. What was innocent could have been innocent had you just came home and told the truth about that thing. Now moving over to Danny, ain't no saving grace for Danny, because Danny done did the whole shebang. Ain't no saving grace for Danny. Ain't no she could have just what you gonna do? Come home and say we did it in the elevator because I thought we was about to die? I mean, maybe it would have been better, but I don't know, because emotions would have been high for you to be confessing that, while you was out here fighting for your life, I was in there doing things I ain't had no business. No, there ain't no saving for Danny now. I'm sorry, but Andre could have saved himself a lot of headache if he just told the truth. Of course, you wouldn't have told from the beginning. I didn't get why he didn't tell her from the beginning. Well, of course, you would have told from the beginning. Right. I think he should have just came home and told the truth. Oh, my God. I think that's that crazy lady I used to date. Let me find out. And then as I'm finding out stuff, I'm going to tell you what I'm finding out. Oh, my God. That's Joy's sister. What? And look, I don't want to get you in. Now, this part I want to get you in because she was into some heavy stuff. And I can't tell you about nothing that I seen because I don't want you to get pulled into a court of law, get in no trouble. You just trust me on this one. I tell you, she dangerous. She very, very dangerous. That's all I can tell you. She dangerous. Okay? That's the way you want to do that. But see, now, Var, yeah, they about to be par for the course. They about to be par for the course. Online. Danny betrayed him and she lied. And then on top of it, you over there taking care of this man, hollering at you, this man's wife, down to the hospital. Danny ain't no saving Danny from what Danny done did. When Andre don't even know. I think that when Andre found out about what Danny did, I think Andre gonna be done. I think he gonna leave her. I think he gonna be hurt. Because I don't see Andre getting past that. You know why? Because Andre was a player, and when a player clean up their act and they try to do right, and then you do one of them wrong, I don't like that. Miss Jen, I can't remember. Does Andre know Danny was stuck? No, he does not know she was stuck on the elevator with Bill. Danny lied from the minute she got out of the elevator, her and Bill. Remember she said I was in the stairwell and you was in the something else? And they asked, and Haley was like, why don't you have a speck of dirt on you? You have nothing on you. You got nothing on you. Like, where were you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But no, I just wish Andre had confessed it first. But no matter what we say, now sidebar, unless Andre go in there and bake a cake right quick with Heather, Andre right now is way more innocent than Danny. But if Andre go in there and bake a cake, we are even for the course. Except Danny's life is on the jeopardize. She does need to know that Heather's dangerous. You need to explain to me why she's dangerous and stop telling me stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, sir. If you know that I need to watch my back, and when I see that heifer from 5 paces off, to start yelling fire and run in the other direction. Because it's more effective when somebody grab you to holler fire than help, because people don't come help. People do want to see by the fire, though. I will be yelling fire, fire. Oh, I almost said something else that I can't say on here. I would be saying something about go off. I'll be yelling all kinds of things, baby, but I would not be yelling about help. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, but Heather crazy. And like I said, it would be real interesting if Allison is her daughter. Because she old enough. She old enough to have a daughter. She is. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all, that's all that happened today. And I thought it was an okay episode. It wasn't nothing to really go writing home about. Let's line it up with what's going on tomorrow. Hold on one second here. Let's go backwards and find that. So tomorrow, Danny's hunt for answers is cut short. So I guess Andre ain't gonna want to talk when he get back from around the hills. Mona hustles Joey. Mona coming back to the casino. Carlton has an unexpected run-in. I do hope it's with Leslie. I keep saying this every day. And Ted has heavy words for Nicole. Heavy words for Nicole. And Heather lashes out. Let me take a look at the weather tomorrow for us, because it's supposed to be a storm here tomorrow. Nope, it looks like we're just getting rain. Ooh, all right. Okay, well, looks like we good. Like we got a 32% chance of rain. Did you all know that when it says that there's a 7% chance of rain or a 30% chance of rain, because I learned this watching the new weather one day, that does not mean that there is a 30% chance that it will rain. It means that that 30% of the area will get rain, definitely. I didn't know that. So when they said 1%, that means 1% of the area will definitely get rain. 3% of the area will definitely get rain. I did not know that. I've been running out of here thinking, ain't but a 33% chance. Not knowing that I'm going, because then I'll be out like, I thought they said it wasn't supposed to really rain. But not realizing I done went over to one of the areas that was going to get the rain. So it's interesting. You learn something every day. Every day. You learn something every day. You got to fight just to prove your love. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. I got laundry that I need to go and do right fast. And then I got a couple things for this brunch I need to do. Okay. And that will be that. But anyway, get down in the comment section, Replay Gang, and let me know what you thought about everything. Thanks so much to my mods and to the rest of the gang.
Belinda Hill, KB Mommy, Bilo Didi, Elaine T, Cousin Linda, and the Radio Maniac. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. I need one more person to get to 2,710 people. So go on and subscribe to the channel. You know you love me. Stop trying to make up your mind. Do you like me? Go on and send me a note over here and say, do you like me? Yes or no. I'm going to check. Yes, I like you. Okay. So go on and do that for me. I appreciate it real big. I do. And hit the like button for me. Hold on, before I get out of here, let me make sure that I hit the like button over on these other 2 devices. And I have to do that. I want to do that while I'm live because it's just a click and a click. Okay. Hold on. All right, there's that one. And then where's my, I don't have it up on my other device. I'll do it later. All right. So anyway, I want to make sure that I do that. So hit the like button for me. Tell some people to listen, send the channel to somebody you don't like. And if you haven't watched that interview I did yet with Timon Kyle Durrett, the guy that plays Bill, that I did about 2 weeks ago now today, go back and watch it. It was a great interview. I'm going to put some clips out of it soon so we can get some more traction on that. And I'm working on the back end on getting some more interviews for us to enjoy over here as well. Anyway, like I said, watch all the recaps that you want and then come over here and hang out with your Gatekeeper community, because that's what we are. We are family. We over here to hang out, talk mess, cheer on who we like, go back and forth a little bit. I don't care who you like. Don't care who you're rooting for. Do not care. I do not care. I do not care. I do not care. Come on over here and talk about your people. Take up for your people. Baby, all of you catanators gonna need to be here when I see Cat flirt with Isaiah on that next clip that's coming up. Y'all gonna need to be in here because I'm gonna be talking about it. I am. And then Eva, you better be careful on what her response is to it, because girl, you know what you had did. Sometimes karma, that's the way it be coming back around the corner like a boomerang. I told you, don't just go smooth like that. You did do the same thing to Cat now. So I want you to remember, girl, I want you to hold on. Even though she saved your life, she might be about to flirt with your man too, girl. I don't know. Anyway, I'm ready to get out of here. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And if not, remember that there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. All right, bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.